first half, Stuart Baxter, two-time Absa Premiership winner and 2015 PSL Coach of the Year, speaks about his arrival at Matsatsantsa. Our new signings introduce themselves, and as our academy grows, so do its partners as Panorama FC and QRS comes on board. Coach Gordon Egerson won the Telkom knockout in 2014, but the team under his guidance lost more than half of the 40 games he was in charge for, a performance record which prompted Matsatsantsa's management to replace him at the end of January. CEO Stan Matthews gives you the in-depth reasons.
Gordon's contract was coming to an end at the end of the season. Obviously, results haven't been what we've expected. No one's more disappointed in that than Gordon himself, but we had to sit down with the coach and we told him that we're not going to be extending his contract beyond the season, and on that basis he felt that what was the point of carrying on the season when he wasn't going to be with us next year, and that we should bring the future forward, which we've done. We've parted ways amicably. Stuart's a fantastic coach with a good record. First, second and first with Kaizer Chiefs, added the Nedbank Cup and the MTN 8. That's a winning coach. So I think from a club point of view, you had to try and replace Gordon with a suitable candidate, and I think we found a suitable candidate.
Yeah, well, obviously you're interested to talk, and I knew Stan from way back, and when I knew that Gordon was leaving the club, then I told Stan that I'll be prepared to sit down and talk to him. It feels great to be back. The family and myself have got a great affection for South Africa, and South African football is in a very important phase in its development, so it's becoming much more competitive. Being at SuperSport is interesting because SuperSport is one of the real projects of South African football at the moment. It's been successful and has lacked the success it desires, and we've got to build the stability first and then make a serious attempt to bring some silverware back to the club. I think that in the short term, it's our team play. It's our team principles of play, Attacking, how do we attack when our opponent is organised, and how do we attack when our opponent is not organised? How do we defend when we're organised? How do we defend when we're not organised? It's our team play, What sort of team structure do we have? So I think we have to approach that. I don't think we can do all the details of it because the players would end up confused and wondering what's hit them, So we'll make it simple for the time being, and then when we've got a full pre-season, we'll be able to go down into more detail.
The signs are there. The players are, responding to the, new coach's, methodology, and I think we can only get better, with each and every training session. You can see there are a lot of improvements, there are a lot of positives coming in, and we hope to, to do well in the final, phase of the season.
During the January PSL registration window, Premiership clubs did 51 registrations of players, either renewing contracts or bringing in new faces. SuperSport United did 3 big signings, starting with acquiring on a loan deal of exciting right winger Kaeli Hleshozi from Sundowns on a deal which keeps him at Matsatsantsa till the end of the season.
Ngijabule kakhulu ukuthi SuperSport inikeze i-chance. So ngizimisele ukusebenza kakhulu ukuthi ngithole i-game time. Okwamanje kusebenza kanzima ukuthi ngithole ithuba lokudlala then okunye ngizokubona ngokuqhubeka isikhathi. Hayi yonke into right bangwelcoming kahle. Yeah, yonke into right kwami.
We brought in Shozi, for a little bit of cover as well because he's young. He's only 21. He's been doing well as well in the MDC for, Sundowns. So we need to, bring in a little bit of cover, on the right, to, give Tuso a little bit of a push. He's got good qualities, he's quick, can take on defenders, can also, put in decent crosses. So I think that's the reason why we brought him here.
January was also a tough time for Matsatsantsa defenders as Dean Furman, Grant Skekana and Sibusiso Khumalo got injured and Bongani Khumalo was transferred, which prompted a 6-month loan deal to be done to bring 27-year-old centre-back Mario Boysen across Pretoria from Klorkop to SuperSport.
I was already part of SuperSport, a few years back. I was on a permanent basis, and when they contacted me, it wasn't a tough decision to make. It's like I'm going from my one house to the other one. So yeah, I know the setup, so it was easy for me to make my decision. Very good, I know most of the guys I played with them. I played against them. So football is everywhere is the same language, So it's just about getting to know the players that I didn't know. But yeah, I already know most of the guys, so it's not a problem. For me, it's to help the team to be successful, in whatever goal they are setting for themselves. And I want to be part of the success, whatever trophies available to take, I want to be part of that, and just to be part of the success of the club and help as much as I can.
Mario, we know him, he was here before, good central defender. We were a little bit short, in that department because we had, also released, Bongani Kumalo, and we had only left with Tabo September and Clayton Daniels, and Grant Ketkana was also injured, so we didn't have enough depth in that area. Mario is also a quality defender, good in the air, he can pass the ball, can defend 1-versus-1 situations as well. So that's the reason why we brought him here.
Still only 28 years of age, one of Mzansi's most exciting and skillful midfielders, Mayambela, has signed on a 2-year contract, bringing the flair, pace and experience gained from playing in Sweden and for 3 other Premiership clubs to Matsatsantsa.
Firstly, I would like to thank the team for giving me such a great opportunity to join the team. And I believe that I have joined a great team with great players. And the team now has just employed one of the great coaches that has ever coached in South Africa. So I am excited and I'm happy with the way the players have welcomed me in the team and the professionalism of the players towards the team and the way they behave, So I'm very excited. Yeah. I think this is the first time seeing such a bunch of professional players, and seeing that most of them has played for the national team and some for their own national team. So it is a great experience for me and I'm enjoying myself. We would like to end as high as possible and possibly win the Nedbank Cup, which is coming soon, and try to win most of our games, My personal goals, if the team does well, to boost my confidence also as a player, and obviously I want to play regular in the team and one day maybe play for Furman.
Mayambela, we all know, his qualities. He's a very good dribbler, can eliminate people, can put in decent crosses. And we only had, Senek in that position. And we've got a youngster as well, who's Zama Rambuano, who's been doing very well. So we want him, also not to play under pressure. So we brought in Mayambela to try and carry the load so that Zama also can learn from him and improve his game and not play under tremendous pressure.
With more and more youngsters wanting to join the SuperSport United Academy, we had to expand our football footprints and facilities by partnering with Panorama Football Club, and to ensure our players are healthy and cared for, QRS joins the SuperSport United medical team.
Panorama Football Club is a development club. It was created about 30 years ago. It's actually our 30-year anniversary this year. We have about 350 children registered through our various teams from under 6 all the way to under 19. Our main focus is development, football development for the children. Some of them train 2 to 3 times a week, and we participate in the various local football association leagues in Gauteng. Our aim is to produce top professional football players, top players to move to the next level.
SuperSport needed a training facility that was based in Joburg. With our soccer schools, there's been massive demand for us to expand. And Panorama, we did our research, we looked at several fields and all of this, and it was a perfect fit. From the location to the fields to what they have to offer. And through that partnership, we want to uplift the community. We want to start at the grassroots level. We want to start at the LFAs. We want to get inside there and see if we can be beneficial to each other. Basically today, 24-hour emergency service have joined us here at Panorama Football Club to do the medicals for all of our academy teams. It's an important process in our development. When we've just finished our scouting, we're now seeing the team compositions and we're finalizing our teams. We've 90% there. We now need to make sure everyone is healthy and fit and ready to hit the field and the full program that Supersport has to offer them.
What we were asked to do is to come and do medicals for the soccer players at the Panorama Sports Soccer Club. So we did 80 medicals for 4 different age groups, under 13s, under 15s, under 17s and under 19s. And what we basically did is just make sure that they're all healthy, all fit, and basically just precautionary to make sure that there's no pre-existing injuries or underlying conditions. You know, with the healthy guys, it puts a lot of stress on their hearts, especially the young guys. When they overexert themselves, you know, they try to press and prove themselves a lot. And that can put a lot of stress, especially on the heart. That's why we're doing an in-depth analysis of the heart, which is an ECG, electrocardiogram, and we take a nice picture of their heart to make sure it's nice and healthy.
Going forward, they've offered to do the first aid at our games on Panorama whenever we were playing here. So throughout the season, it's not just a once-off that we're using them, that there'll be continuity, and looking forward to working with their likes. They're also going to offer us further services such as first aid courses to our staff, to our academy staff, to our coaches, and we obviously want to develop the relationship and take it from there.
It's been embraced by everyone. From last year that the relationship has been going till this year, we have approximately 17 players that have been read through Panorama's ranks that are playing at the moment at the Supersport United Academy. And we've got a massive increase of membership through the relationship. We've been attracting a lot of players that want the opportunity to move to the next level, and hopefully we can give it to them here.
In the second half, Dean Furman chose Supersport United FC to be his first South African club in his football career, and the community of Atlantis in Western Cape recently chose to schema Matsatsantsa, and we love our newest supporters for it. Football fans affectionately call him Mlungu, a Bafana Bafana captain and national team midfielder since 2012. But amazingly, before the season, Cape Town-born Dean Furman had never played a professional league match in SA. This is our new Matsatsantsa player's life story.
My name's Dean Furman. I was born in Cape Town, South Africa in 1988. My position in the Supersport team is centre midfield. I have got an older sister who is 29 and a younger brother who is 24. I think I probably started as soon as I could kick a ball, really. I always had balls around me as opposed to toys, so I was always kicking the ball from a young age. And with my dad, I'd go down to the local team, and I was too young to join in, but we'd run along on the touchline and try and copy what the team were doing, so those are probably my earliest memories of playing football. When I moved to the UK, I started playing for my local team with my friends, and at the age of 9, I got scouted to go and trial for Chelsea. So once I passed the trials at Chelsea and got signed up there, after that, from then on, it was pretty serious. Growing up, especially being at Chelsea, my role model was always Frank Lampard, and I was lucky enough from when I went full-time at 16 to see him in close quarters, how he trained, how he looked after himself, how he ate, and obviously then on a Saturday how he played. So for me, he was always my role model growing up, and I always aspired to be something as close to him as possible. I think some of the hardest decisions really were from a young age, being able to leave home and go and follow my dreams. I think at a very young age, I think I was 18, I had the opportunity to go join Glasgow Rangers, and it meant moving to a new country. Although it's still in the UK, it was still a long way away from home, and it was something completely new for me. So that was probably a big decision for me. But one that I definitely relished in and never looked back. At a very young age, I played a lot of tennis as well, to the point where I kind of had to make a decision which way I wanted to go when I was about 13. So I was heavily into my tennis. Otherwise, I think I would have gone down the studying route, got good grades at school, and I believe would have gone to university. In what area, I'm not too sure, but I would have gone down the studying route.
Having played at 2 AFCONs and earned 30 caps for Bafana, Dean's signature was wanted by almost everyone at the top 8 clubs in the Premiership. But after a career that had kept him exclusively in the UK, it was Matsatsantsa he chose to come home to. Why?
I think the time was right. I spoke to the CEO, Stan Matthews, at length in the summer. He came over to the UK to have a chat with me and my family and my representatives. And he spoke so highly of the club and what the club is aiming to do. And I thought it was a great opportunity to come back and really come back home to South Africa and have a different kind of experience, both on the pitch and off the pitch. It's always difficult, moving home, moving country, starting a whole new life. Whilst I know the country and I've got family here, still it was a start of a new life, adapting to a new league, a new style of play, different players. It hasn't been easy, but I've enjoyed it, and hopefully I'm improving every step of the way and really can focus on a more successful future. I think really just staying grounded. I think some of the things I learned when I was a youngster was to always improve and to love training, and I think the two combined together, I always want to improve. People say, have you made it? You should never have made it. I think the day you stop learning is the day you might as well retire. So for me, I think the one thing that I always look to do is try and improve, whether that's staying out after training and doing a bit extra, or listening to the coach, or coming to the gym and working on your physique. I think that's the thing that's always helped me improve my game. Currently, I'm studying for a degree in sports science, which is the body is something that really interests me. I love my property. I've got a couple of properties back in the UK, so that's something I might explore a little bit deeper when I go back to the UK. But yeah, at the moment I'm fully focused on my career, but I've always got a thought to what's happening after. It's the most incredible job in the world, but it doesn't come easy. And I would say practice, just practice, practice, practice. I've seen the best players in the world stay after training and work on different things, and I think that's stuck with me throughout my career, that if the best players in the world who are playing for Chelsea and winning titles are staying behind after training and willing to learn and willing to improve, then we can all go out and do that. So I'd say always practice as much as you can.
Dean has only lived and played in England and Scotland since the age of 5, so now 22 years after leaving Cape Town, he is the perfect guy to answer a few questions about the club and a few about himself, without fear or favour, starting with which Matsatsantsa player is the biggest comedian.
I think the funniest guy in the change room's got to be Innocent. He's always up to something. His one-liners under his breath sometimes get everyone laughing. He's always up to something, so you always got to have eyes in the back of your head when Innocent's around. It's hard to say that I get nutmegged every day. I think David Mayambela, his feet are incredible. You see it on a game day, but in training he's incredible. So he's so hard to get the ball off. You go in too fast, that ball is through your legs before you can get anywhere near shutting it. So I'd say David. The boys normally come in quite casual, but one who stands out particularly is Davwome. His gear's lively, to say the least. He's always got something bright on, and some of the shoes that he comes in with are, I wouldn't say they're my taste, but yeah, they always get the boys interested on a training day. I'd be very interested to see a race between Tusopala, Zama and Fakhri Lakay. Those three are explosive, they're so sharp off the mark, and it's always exciting to have players like that in your team. Music at the moment, I had a bit of Justin Bieber, I'm not ashamed to admit it, but no, I went to see Mumford & Sons the other day and they were unbelievable. It's the second time I've seen them, I'm a big fan. I would say my laptop at the moment, because of my studying. When we go on these long trips, you've got a lot of time sitting in a hotel room and wasting hours away, so I think definitely my laptop so I can continue with my studies. Probably the Shawshank Redemption. My girlfriend doesn't mean chicken and mushroom pie, so I think that's definitely up there. Hi, I'm Dean Furman, and you're watching Matsatsantsa on Supersport.
40 kilometers north of Cape Town is the town of Atlantis, home to 70,000 football-crazy residents who, despite the fact they live in a place with high unemployment and crime rates, still have the passion and love for our club, to schema Matsatsantsa.
Today we are in Cape Town, in Atlantis, launching our 5th branch here in the Cape Town area. We're growing the brand, the Western Cape now. So what we're trying to do is to reach out. If you can see all our players, we went to do some radio interviews, TV interviews, and now we're here at Atlantis to make sure that the brand is out there. And it's very exciting to see people like here. I already said to my team that today we're really pushing boundaries. We are at the outside of Cape Town. So it's telling you that the Supersport United brand is out there. And then check this space. In a few years' time, I always say that when we grow like other teams, we're going to fill the stadium. And then here we are today with the ordinary people of South Africa, the people who love football. They see what good Supersport United can offer, and they love the team. You can see we are with players here, David Mayambela and Grant Kekana here with Jabupul as well. These are the people who want to see. So we're saying, watch the space, schema Matsatsantsa.
We were at Hit FM, we had a great interview there with together with my colleagues Grant Kekane and David Mayambela. It was a great interview. We also promoting our team, Supersport United. As you can see, we are here at Atlantis. Our brand is growing, and this is what we want to see, our brand growing. In the next few years, of course, we will fill the stadium, but Rome was not built in one day, but so far so good. The activations has been good.
I've never been to any radio station in Cape Town, so it was really nice. And then we came here to Atlantis, I've also haven't been in to this side of Cape Town, so I don't know, it's a nice feeling, it's a nice place to be. The people here are warm, and they're welcoming. So yeah, hopefully we can grow the brand even further.
Yeah, we have a great response. We saw people dancing and cheering, and also they are happy to see us, because most of them, they never had a chance to see us person to person. They only saw us on TV, and it's nice sometimes, to rub shoulders with them, mingle with them, and talk with them, and they will ask whatever question they want to ask, and it's great, and everybody has been happy and even supporting us, and I'm sure that we're gonna be growing as a brand and give people what they want.
I just want to thank all my supporters who support me everything when I call them on the meetings.
It's been very great. We did enjoy the launch in Atlantis. And since I've been part of it, I think it's going to be very cool.
No, the response has been really good, I think this doesn't happen often here, it really does, So it's also a great feeling being out here, obviously growing the Supersport brand, throughout Cape Town, so I think it's just an amazing feeling.
We hardly get a chance like this where your majority is the team supporters, so mingling with them, it's a great thing. As I say, that the growth of the team is more important than everything. So I'm happy, and we'll try our best to do well for the team and to make them happy.
You can see everybody's happy singing when you give them the flag. They go around and then they're breaking, showing other teams that they've now launched the branch Atlantis here. People are with a smile. They're happy, taking pictures with the players, signing autographs. This is nice, and then I'm saying I'm excited. The brand is growing, it's out there. The 5th one has been launched, and then we're looking to launch the next 2 in the coming few months here when we come back here, maybe to play Ajax and other, maybe in this season or new season, we're going to launch more. With our soccer schools as partner as well, we're going to have another one. So basically in the Western Cape, we're trying to get 10 branches, and then I'm saying this year we're going to have it, and definitely we're sharing schema Matsatsantsa.
If you'd like to get in touch